Hey my beautifuls, it's me Alyssa. Welcome back to my channel. Today I have more of a serious video for you guys. So it's currently St. Patrick's Day as I'm filming this. But this will be up on Thursday as you guys are watching this. Because I have a filming schedule of Tuesday, Thursday, and Friday. Where I put videos up for you guys. So I am on here because, as you guys may know, as to recent stuff within the past week or so, the coronavirus has gotten much more serious, or in the sense, more people have actually now taken it seriously, which we should have taken it seriously a very long time ago when it was first going around. But as we all know, nobody takes things seriously. But I had to hop on here because I normally don't talk about political things. I don't like to talk about politics because, one, I get frustrated talking about it, and my mind, and I start to get really upset about them. So that's why I don't talk about politics. But the only kind of politics I would mostly talk about to you guys is probably healthcare, because in case you guys don't know, if you're new or you somehow hopped onto this video or don't really know me, my name is Alyssa Marie DeMeo, as you guys can see on this channel. I'm 24 years old and I have spina bifida. I was born with it, and it is a disability that stays with you for the rest of your life. So I am mostly a person that does like to advocate or talk about, healthcare in the sense. This channel, I mostly do talk about beauty and fashion, and I talk about different lifestyle stuff. Like, I like to do home decor videos, share with you guys all different kinds of like decor and things that I'm sharing with you guys. But when it comes to talking about health and disability and stuff like that, it rubs people a lot the wrong way, because there's a thing called ableism. And that's because able-bodied people who are not disabled think they know better than everybody else when they don't. And I'm sorry, but I have struggled with ableism my whole entire life. And I wish when I was younger, I wish I've said some stuff that I, would say now, because I am older and stuff. And it's crazy because, I have been subjected to ableism my whole life, and also people telling me that, this and that, they feel sorry for me and feel pettiness. I don't come on here to talk about disability and stuff for people to feel sorry for me. I don't want that. Like, I don't feel like people should be sorry because I'm disabled and stuff. I want to educate and make sure people understand this so that, they make the right choices, later on in life when they decide to go have some kids. Because I'm sorry, but a lot of people in this life do not make choices that they should be making when they decide to go have kids. I'm sorry, but a lot of people do not make proper choices. It's not, there's so much research now than what they had back in the 90s and, early 2000s. There's so much more than what they had back then. There's so much more. And, I don't blame nobody for me being disabled. Is it frustrating at times now that I'm older? Because things were easier when I was little and stuff, There were things that I could do when I was younger, help making health choices wise. But as you get older, it doesn't really end up going that way when you're older in life, because options become more limited. There's not really adult doctors specializing in disability, especially for spina bifida and stuff like that. There's only that for the younger kids. And I think what they forget is that those little kids, they're going to grow up to be adults, and they're going to still need health care and still need proper diagnosing when things start happening to them as they get older with their health. It's not just going to be a whole thing that just, they take care of when they're a kid. It's going to be with you for the rest of your life going down the line, and there's options get more limited. And that's why I don't really talk about health care a lot on here, because I get frustrated and probably would not sound like a very happy and pleasant person. And I love being on this channel. I love putting out happy content. As you guys know, a lot of things happened to me within the past couple of years, past year, and stuff that I don't bring on here. I don't talk about death. I don't talk about a lot of things. I've lost family members. I lost pets. And I don't talk about it a lot on here because I don't feel like, it's not people's business to know what goes on in my personal life, because I don't share my personal life. Like, I share about me and my health and stuff like that. I share that because that's about me. It's not about other people involved, my family and stuff. And they're not like all into the whole vlogging YouTube kind of world type of thing. They're not into that. They're just like not. And so I respect those boundaries, But during this time of coronavirus, this is going to spark a lot of things about healthcare, and I find that it's about time that we start taking healthcare seriously, because a lot of people do not. And it's really frustrating, because why isn't healthcare taken seriously by a lot of people? I'm sorry, but I am all for vaccines. I'm going to just put it out there, because I know a lot of people are going to start saying things about vaccines pretty soon, which if they haven't already, I'm pretty sure they already have. But if you haven't taken the flu situation seriously, that's why no one's going to take this seriously, because people are just like, oh, it's another flu thing. No, it's not. There's a vaccine for the flu. There's no vaccine for the coronavirus, guys. There isn't. And if something does get developed maybe down the line, everybody may not have the ability to get it, because there is insurance. No one's going to just give medicine for free. I'm sorry, but there is a whole big thing at stake here, A lot of hospitals are deciding to make the tough, big choices, and it's really sad. It's really not something people, I don't think, want to be doing, but they might have to, because we live in this crumbled insurance and medical society where, there's not enough room, there's not enough hospital beds, there's not going to be enough doctors and nurses to be able to take care of all these people. There's not going to be enough equipment, beds, machines. There's going to be a shortage of supplies getting to where they need to go, and it's really tough. And it's really unfair that it takes a lot for people to actually start being serious about things in life. If you had taken the flu seriously, maybe you would have taken this super seriously, if you think about it. I always get my flu shot every year. Nothing happens to me. Nothing happens. My disability didn't come because of some shot or anything, and a lot of people get that twisted, that most of these things that happen to kids in life is because, oh my gosh, they got this vaccine, so now they're messed up. No, stop getting that twisted in your heads. I'm sorry. I probably sound not like a pleasant person right now, but I'm trying to tell you the facts. I get my flu shot every year. My disability didn't come because of my disability didn't come after being born. It came while I was growing inside my mother's womb. It didn't come because of any shot. My disability happened because my mom didn't have any folic acid in her body. She didn't take any folic acid pills. And that's something a lot of people, I don't think, still know a whole lot about, is women need to be taking folic acid 3 months prior to conceiving a child, and then afterwards, while they are pregnant, they still need to take a little bit of that as well. And to be quite honest, a lot of foods do not contain folic acid, if you didn't know. There's not a lot of foods that contain it. Some do, but not enough. It's not enough. So that's why they give you the folic acid. I'm gonna be quite honest. The medicine that I've been currently taking for that I decided about, it's gonna be almost a year now, that I started to, really get serious about, is I wanted to start really taking folic acid. Am I having a child at some point in my life right now? No. Am I dating anybody? No. But for my sake, if I decided I wanted to have kids or something down the line happen, I want to make sure I have folic acid in my body. It's not going to hurt me or anything. I haven't had any, side effects to it. Nothing has happened to me. I made a choice for myself to take folic acid because I cared about my health. I care. It's not going to reverse my spina bifida or anything in any way, just so you guys know, in case you might think of that next. It's not going to reverse it. Damage is already done to me. I've already been through several surgeries in my life. I've had 4 back surgeries. I've had 2 bladder surgeries, and I also had 2 foot surgeries on the same foot. And the last surgery happened maybe about 1-2 years ago. So, I am still always gonna myself is always still gonna be required to have medical treatment done. It doesn't matter what shape or form it is, but I do take my health seriously. I take being disabled seriously, and I know a lot of people that aren't disabled don't understand that. They don't understand. And it's frustrating to me, like, how can you not care? Like, how can you not care about disabled people needing access and having accessibility to what they need? Why does it feel like such a big, huge problem to you? Like, I don't understand, I take my health seriously, and during this time of the coronavirus, it's gonna be hard for a lot of disabled people because we do need medication on the daily. We do need to, we do struggle with mental health, in case you didn't know, because after a while of having to deal with the disability for a long time and going through maybe several procedures, operations, it messes with your brain. I am going to be quite honest. I still remember things from when I was a small child, being, in ICUs and in hospitals, being under like heavy dose of morphine and stuff. Crazy scenarios that happened. My mom used to hear me screaming. It's scary, guys. A lot of people don't take health seriously, and during this time, I hope people learn some self-respect and respect for others, because it is a scary time, and health is an important thing that this country needs to work on. I know a lot of you are young and may be healthy, but you can still spread it to somebody else. I'm sorry, but that's how germs work. You could feel super fine and stuff like that, but you can go see somebody else, spread it along, and they will get it, and they will show some kind of symptoms or signs. That's how things work, guys. I know you think going out is I know people don't want their daily lives to stop, but we're in a situation where we have to kind of maybe put our lives on hold, try to figure out how to do things from online. And it's going to be hard for a lot of people, even those that do struggle with mental health. And I'm sorry, and I feel for you guys. I feel for you. I don't like being stuck at home. It really messes with me. I end up sleeping a lot, because if I'm not going to go out or do anything, I end up sleeping the day off, because it's like, why should I be awake if I'm not going to do anything? That's what I do. That's what, kind of I struggle with on the daily, because I don't get out a lot, because, I have a back that doesn't really hold me up a whole lot of the times. I don't have great, muscles in my legs, to, walk around. I wear braces on my legs to, be able to hold me up and walk a lot better, because without braces, I wouldn't be able to walk outside. Or wear probably normal shoes, because my feet are not normal. It's really hard in this time, and I know it's hard. And health is a big priority. At this point of what's happening, we need to learn how to social distance. We have to. Because imagine if we don't. It will get a whole lot worse before it gets better, guys. In case you don't know, so many things are shutting down now because that's how bad it's getting. Everything's shutting down. As of Monday this week, my brother Aiden, who is 12 years old, he's a sixth grader in middle school. His last day of school was Monday. Monday was a half a day for the kids, and they have now all been transferred to doing online school through Google Classroom, which is a program that they have been using actually all year long to do all their work and stuff, because they would have assignments that they would have to do, and they would be given like a couple of days, to do them and stuff, and they would just have like things listed in the Google Classroom of things that will be needing like homework that's due this day when they go. So he's already been working on that stuff. So that's what is currently happening. And for a lot of people there's going to be a financial problem for a lot of workers. It's already happening. My mom currently, since my mom does work in the school district, her money right now is going to be probably cut short. But they have actually given her online work to do. My mom is a kid care instructor at an elementary school that my brother attended. So my mom works in the school district. My mom has been working, in the school district for a while now. I know I have said in the past or on my channels and stuff, if you've been following me for a long time on other channels that I've had, I would have told you guys that my mom used to work for a dress barn. My mom did work at Dress Barn at one point, and she was working at Walmart, and the job she decided to get after that was she started becoming a kid care instructor at the elementary school. So she has worked at a couple of the elementary schools here in my area where I live, different ones. So it's a struggle. Not everybody understands this financial situation or what's going to be happening. I don't even know if people have to start filing for unemployment or not. It seems like a very gray area as of right now. I don't even know how this works. My mom is doing, her job called her up today and said that they would be giving all of the kid care instructors online homework that they have to do for 2 hours. They have to watch some videos and I guess answer questions afterwards. I guess about taking care of kids properly. She has done. She is CPR certified. In case anybody wanted to know, she did have to take a class for that in order to be a kid care instructor. She does renew that every year, so she is certified to do CPR. So she does have to learn a lot of things for her job. There are some things that she does do, in the beginning of the school year and stuff. They do send her things online that she has to do in order to get credit and able to still be working at her job and stuff, so that they know she knows what she's doing, as taking care of kids and stuff. So her job isn't a super simple easy task, done in that. They do give them things to do online and stuff, so they will be paying her to do those little tasks type of things online. Might not be a lot, but at least my mom will still be getting something out of it. I don't talk about my personal financial situation because it's it's really nobody's business. But I do have a monthly income. I do have a monthly income. I don't live here for free. I do pay rent. In case anybody was wondering, I do pay rent. And stuff like that. I pay rent. I don't live here for free. And I do, I am disabled and I do have medical supplies that I do get on a monthly basis. I take my folic acid. That was a personal choice I made. My doctor was okay with that. You know, I do things, I make a lot of my own health decisions. So, you know what is crazy? A lot of my doctors and stuff are very far away, except for going to like the regular doctor, like the family doctor type of thing. That's a little bit closer by. But for me to go see like a neurologist, and I go see a urologist and an orthopedics, those are a little bit further out and all in all different parts of New Jersey and stuff. So it's not always easy to get to and stuff. So it's always a bit of a struggle to get to those. Plus, I get braces made yearly and stuff like that. So for my legs, I know a lot of people get confused. I don't know if a lot of people know there's two different types of braces. There's the ones for your teeth, and then there's ones for the legs. But if you also wanted to know, there's also the term AFOs, which is another term for the braces on the legs. But I use the term braces. I think it's a much easier thing to say because they are braces. So I'm sitting here eating. In case anybody was wondering, I'm having a snack because it's near 6 o'clock, or it will be 6 soon. So I'm having a pistachio muffin. My mom bought these today. She went grocery shopping. She said it was not the greatest. And I have a soda. I know, paper. But I only use it for the holidays, guys. I like buying festive holiday stuff. But yeah, my mom did go shopping today at ShopRite and Walmart. Food situation not looking so great. My mom thinks there's going to be a food shortage soon. That might possibly happen. I don't know if anybody's experienced this, is experiencing it. But she said a lot of things are out of stock. Things are not there. There are still no toilet paper, still no paper towels, and still no napkins in any of the stores my mom went to. My mom was so upset because we got a notice from our apartment complex today also saying to clean regularly. And my mom was like, how am I going to clean if there is no paper towels in the stores? How am I going to clean? And I'm like, I don't know. Do you understand how crazy that is? I don't understand. Let me be quite honest about the toilet paper situation, because I know this is gonna be a long video, but this is me venting because I need to get some thoughts out. And plus, I also will like to tell you what I plan on doing on my channel. I guess in the foreseeable future. I don't even know how long. For however long this lasts, I'm gonna be like, but I hope I figure it out. This could have been a mukbang. I could have just sat here and just ate a bunch of like St. Patrick's Day green looking things, because I got a bunch of St. Patrick goodies like a week ago. They're all still good, by the way, in case anybody's wondering. But got it before the whole ransacking of people. But let me clarify, my mom actually picked it out. But she knows what to get, usually. So, let's talk about the toilet paper situation, because I find this very strange that a lot of people have decided to stock up on toilet paper and paper towels and napkins. But the toilet paper thing I think is the most weirdest thing ever. Toilet paper will not save you from the coronavirus, in case anybody is wondering. I don't know what you all doing. I'm pretty sure the couponers are probably like, well, at least I'm good. I've been doing this my whole life. I'm ready for this. But I think a lot of those couponers are probably very much ready for this than a lot of other people. But let's talk about the toilet paper thing. This is how mass hysteria works. People go crazy, and the first thing they think about in a disaster, for some reason, I would like to know why is this the first thing people go to? Why do people think toilet paper is going to help them or like save them for something? I don't know. The first thing people think about when a disaster happens is, oh my gosh, I gotta go get the toilet paper and paper towels and napkins and hand sanitizer right away. Maybe the hand sanitizer doesn't work for all these disaster kind of things, only in this case since it is a health related thing. But paper products, why is the toilet paper the most convenient thing people think of to run to in a disaster? I'm very confused about it because it's now no one can get any, and it's really hard because there's a lot of people that do not have an income to go out and buy stock loads of stuff for weeks or probably months on end. Nobody has a lot of that kind of income. I don't. My mom doesn't. There are old people, old senior couples maybe don't have that. They don't have that. People are living on a weekly basis income maybe. And it's really sad that a lot of people have been super disrespectful towards that. Even the guy that decided to hoard a whole bunch of hand sanitizer, like, I'm sorry, but that is just wrong. Like, he thought he was gonna profit off that during this crisis. You want to profit off stuff during a crisis? Is that like, I don't understand people's mindsets. A lot of people have decided to become such greedy little people during a crisis. Like, I don't understand why greed? Greed is a sin. Why do you want to be a greedy person during a time of a crisis? I'm sorry, but I am religious, in case anybody did not know. I am a Catholic. So, and I did go to church. I have done my communion and confirmation, and I was baptized. So, I don't understand why, and my brother Aiden, he's currently in those classes type of thing right now. And so, he actually has to do online church homework as well. So, that's also happening as well. Forgot to mention that, because he does do that. He was going every Monday. I think his classes were supposed to end in May, but now he has to do it all online. They said they were going to be sending them in. Even church masses and stuff were closed here in my area of New Jersey where I live, so they were closed down. There's no mass. Church is closed, and a lot of people, I know that's a big thing. Maybe not, I don't know what the church situation is for a lot of people, but I'm glad that some churches decided to close. They have respectfulness in that time. But I was seeing on the news and stuff, or reading on Twitter and whatever, that's maybe some churches people do not want to close. So, yeah, but the toilet paper thing, I'm sorry, and being greedy, stop. Not everybody is as fortunate as you to stock load a whole bunch for months and weeks on end. Nobody has a lot of that kind of money type of situation. And it's really unfair. Like, why? Just don't do that. That's so wrong. And, literally a week ago, everybody started being like freaking out. Like, we didn't take action sooner than most countries did. And still a lot of people are just worried about, like, where are they going to go, going out and stuff. And I really do feel for anyone any kids that are in college right now. If you're in college and you have been kicked out of your dorms and stuff, and you don't know how to get home and stuff, because you are from out of state, out of the country, I feel very sorry. I wish you weren't put in this position. I'm lucky that I still live at home with my mom. Not because it's like because of money, because it's a money situation. That's why I'm still with my mom and stuff. I don't have enough to live on my own. But I do help out. I help my mom. I take care of my baby brother. I have my brother Aiden that I watch, even though he is 12 and stuff, but still gotta keep him in check. But, I don't just do nothing for the most part, you know. I think if anybody knows or has been watching me for a while, I've always helped my mom out so she could work. You know, I've always watched, you know, my brothers and stuff so she could work. And that's a really big help for my mom in a big sense. And I do appreciate that she can, you know, work and stuff. I don't know what this is going to do for financialness. I don't know if anybody's going to figure out this financial situation for a lot of people that are working, that, you know, my mom only works until like the summer and, you know, until like June. You know, my mom, you know, only does that and then she has her summer vacation because she doesn't have to work. And it's crazy just what's happening, but, you know, it's a big health crisis in case nobody takes this seriously, because you need to start taking it seriously. There are more important things than you going out and having fun. It's called having some respect, staying safe, and not getting others sick. Because in case people have forgotten how the spread of germs work, I think we all need to go watch a Bill Nye episode. Oh man, I loved Bill Nye when I was in school, man. Thank you for growing up in the 90s, Alyssa, and the early 2000s, and being able to be in school and watching Bill Nye the Science Guy during science class. I'm pretty sure they still show that during science class for most kids these days. I hope so. I hope kids still get the same enjoyment out of it, because I know I will still. But, it's crazy. I know I'm spending a lot of time here talking about health, but if there's one thing I will talk about, is I will preach about healthcare. Because that is the most important thing to me when it comes to politics. And I really don't like talking about politics. In no way, shape, or form should be politics being brought up in any kind of conversation. But the one thing this country struggles with the most is we have a serious healthcare issue that's not resolved and hasn't been resolved. It just keeps getting worse and worse as, you know, time goes on. Take healthcare seriously. You know, because just because, and I'm sorry, this epidemic that's happening with the coronavirus, it's going to affect anybody. You could say you're healthy all you want, but it's not really limiting to anybody. It doesn't matter what age you are, it's going to affect anybody. But you know who will get hit the hardest? Anybody that is dealing with a disability, you know, an autoimmune disease, chronic illness, asthma. People have diabetes, and, you know, asthma. Did I say anything else? Did I forget anything else? You know, those that are maybe in their senior years, they could be your grandparents. They could be somebody else's grandparents, you know. And it's like, think about those people. Those will be hit the hardest, but anybody can get this. It's a respiratory infection, in case you don't know how the respiratory system works. Yeah. I studied health and childcare for 2 years at a vocational school in Mercer County, New Jersey. So I do have a certificate of graduating from that. So I do know about health and childcare. I do know about the health. I mostly do know a lot about health because I am disabled. So I have to know a lot about health things wise. So I do know a lot of how certain body parts work, because my spina bifida affected my whole body, and I don't know if a lot of people know that, but it has affected a lot of my body, pretty much the whole thing. My spina bifida is in my lower part of my body, my lower back, my L5, which means lower back. For a lot of people, it might be in their upper back, or it might have resulted into a brain situation where fluid, you know, it turns into like this big huge bump situation, and if not having a shunt put in and the fluid draining, it could become a whole lot more serious. But to be going back to my disability, my spina bifida affected everything. So I do have, I've had 4 back surgeries. It affected my bladder. I have what they call a neurogenic bladder, which translates into an overactive bladder. And I don't talk about my bladder situation a lot in here, and I won't go super in depth into that, because as a woman, I am a woman. I know I look super young, but I am 24. I'll be 25 in May, guys. My birthday's on May 12th. I was born in 1995, guys. So, I don't talk about my bladder situation because, one, it's a very hard topic to talk about that I don't think a lot of people understand. And besides being a woman, women get crucified talking about their bladder because they have said that, they can't control it or they can't feel it, which I have a lot of that. I don't have any control over my bladder, no matter how much I try to make sure my brain can put the understanding into my bladder, but it doesn't. I don't get those signals, I have nerve damage. So I am on a schedule for the bathroom and stuff like that. So my bladder does run overtime, so I don't go to the bathroom like a normal person. I will just say that. When I'm ready to talk about it and find the way how to talk about it, I will make a video about it so I can hopefully try to help somebody else that does deal with these types of things on the daily. But I just never been able to figure out how to do it because all my life, not a lot of people have appreciated, my bladder situation. Even going to school was really tough, going to school with my bladder situation, because the custodians would complain. And, it kept me out of school a lot because it gave me several infections. I became critically sick and ill, to the point where I was put in the ICU and couldn't go to the bathroom. And it was basically like my kidneys. I was having almost kidney failure, in the sense, because I couldn't eat. I didn't feel good. Like, I would stand up and I would be like, I can't stand up. I'm too sick, And I would stay in bed and sleep for days on end and couldn't get out of the bed. And a lot of kids, I don't like talking about people that I've had interactions with at school, but there were kids that were not nice to me, that were mad at me for missing a lot of school. So there's that. And I have never been a person that's, been mean or anything and lashed out, but I wish I would have figured out how to tell them these types of things. But then again, I know they wouldn't understand, so it'd be like, why waste my breath trying to talk about it? But besides that, I do also have, my legs and stuff. I do wear the braces and stuff on my legs. And I did have foot surgery on my left foot because it was a club foot at one point, and now it's not. I've had 2 different surgeries. I had one that fixed the club foot years ago, and then I had another surgery. So the first surgery happened while I was in 7th grade, and then the second surgery happened about 2 years ago. And that was, I started having I was having a pressure buildup problem in it. And so, and why it happened is I ended up getting this sore that shouldn't have come up, but they told me it was because of too much pressure being put on that foot. And so I got surgery for it. And so that was a big process and a lot of stuff. My foot turned out. My foot, oh my gosh, after that surgery, my foot looked ugly as hell. But it all looks good now, but it's now permanently flat, and you can see that it looks more straight and stuff than what it did before. And there's actually three or four little staples in it, so they're metal. So when you always have to put on papers and stuff when you get like put in certain machines or have in your medical documents, they ask you if you have metal and stuff. And so now I get to say I have metal after so many years of not saying I didn't have any metal, but now I do. I think they told me they were titanium or something like that, little staples. But they're tiny little staples that are just like holding all the bone together so that it stays permanently flat and can't flip up. So there's that. And also my feet and my bottom of my legs are always cold because of nerve problems. I do have blood flow. But the temperature just down in that area just always stays cold. But there is blood flow because I do check regularly to make sure that the blood flow is still going. But it is. There's still blood flow. It's just that part of my body just tends to be cold. So it's always funny when doctors are shocked and saying, "Is this normal?" I'm like, "Yeah, it's normal. It's always been like this." So where to go from here next? Please take health seriously. That's what I can tell you guys. Where am I gonna do next with this YouTube channel? Since I thought I was gonna be doing some more outside stuff. I don't know if I will be, but will try to put some spring content up for you guys. I do have I have my March boxy charm that I need to put up. I am also, I think, gonna talk about the winter, all of the winter beauty releases that came out within the past, couple of months, and things that are like on my list of things I want to try and things like that. And then what else? Oh, I have an Easter haul that I'm gonna post. I bought Easter party stuff or like decor and things like that. So I can post that and get filming to that. I will have some outfit of the day still just be taken inside. So you can stay tuned for that. My baby brother Evan's birthday is coming, but I'll be inside, and plus we live right next door to my mom's boyfriend in the apartment complex, so we could just walk right over and do that. So I'll be able to probably share you guys like a vlog of that or something like that. My baby kitty Hope, he'll be 4 years old April 8th. So that's always some kind of fun content that you can find on my Instagram and stuff with like pictures of his birthday and stuff. He'll be 4. Evan's gonna be 4. Isn't it funny how my cat Hope ended up being like the same age as my baby brother? So I think that's pretty much what I will be trying to get up for you guys and what my plans are. But for the majority, I will be staying inside and figuring out what I can do beauty content and fashion wise. If you have any requests, you can always send something in the comments down below. You can message me on Instagram. I do check my messages on Instagram. I do try to respond as quickly as possible. But I'm always available on those platforms. I do have Twitter. Don't really talk or post things on Twitter. I mostly just retweet a bunch of things about my TV shows that I'm watching, or I post what I'm watching currently. My back's killing me. I can't hold my back up anymore sitting down. I can't sit for long, in case you guys are wondering. That's why I lay down a majority of the time, because I start getting too much pressure down in my lower back and it starts shooting up and I can't really hold myself up anymore. So that's telling me I gotta go. But we had to vent, we had to get some things out, and I hope maybe you guys can find something to do in this time. I'm gonna try to hopefully get some things done. I'll just probably play with a bunch of makeup, try some different looks out and stuff. I have been experimenting a lot with different makeup. This was what I did for St. Patrick's Day. Isn't it cool? ColourPop Villains Palette. I did this for my eyeshadow. Pretty cool. So, that's what we got going. Okay guys, I think it's time to go. But what I gotta say for you is take this seriously. Stay safe. Go and isolate if you can, if you have the ability to. I know not everybody's going to be able to have that luxury because of job situations, but it looks like for the most part a lot of jobs are closing, so might not be able to, that might be something everybody has to learn how to do. Working remotely and schooling remotely for the time being. Looks like what's happening for right now. So this has been a very interesting past couple of weeks, or week or two or so far. But I will try to get out some happy videos to distract you, because I like to keep my channel a happy place. You know, I like to put my happiness out there because this is a happiness tool for me, you know. I do YouTube because it makes me happy and I love what I put out. You know, I love talking about makeup. I love talking about fashion and home decor and all kinds of stuff. I think it's really fun and neat. So that's what I'll be trying to do. And binge watching always seems like a good idea in a sense. So I hope you stay safe, practice self-hygiene, practice respect, and please stay away from people as much as you can. Wash your hands. Not sure what people were doing before that, but now it's a big, huge thing. Very mind-blowing to me. But yes, please take healthcare and staying healthy seriously. I know a lot of people, it's just people think it's like a hoax or not super serious and stuff, but for people like me, it is serious. It's a big, serious thing. And I hope others will respect that and learn it, because there's too much ableism in this world and it really needs to stop. And stop hoarding the toilet paper. Please let us get some toilet paper, please. And stop selling things online for huge, ridiculous amounts of money. Greed is awful. It just truly is. So I am gonna go and sign off. I'm sending you all lots of love though, and you can always check in with me. I'm always on Instagram, so come and find me over there. I'm always there, and yeah, I love you guys. I'm sending you all lots of love, and until next time, have a beautiful and magical day, no matter where you are. I love you guys. Bye.